All right, let's do a really easy model tonight. My daughter is into these little musical instruments these days. She's almost 2, and thought we're going to model just a little toy xylophone. So it's very basic stuff, fun to do though. All right, and it looks nice. And to help us along, I'm going to provide this diagram here that will serve as a guide. All right, so over here in Blender 2.79, I'm going to select and delete the cube. I'm going to switch over to Cycles Render. My screencast keys are on. I'm going to go to top ortho view, hitting 7 and then 5. And I think I'll take the light and the camera. Let's move them to another layer there. My 3D cursor is right in the middle, and I am going to bring in that background image. So I'm hitting N for the side panel, and background images, add image. I'm going to switch the views to top, open, and find that image. All right, there it is. Okay, I think what I'd like to do is move the background image so that the 3D cursor is right in the middle of this first bar. These are called bars. All right, there's going to be 8 of these bars, and then these are the pins. All right, so I'm going to move this, and I think it's, I don't know, 3.03 or 3.3, 3.08 we'll try. That's pretty good. And again, the diagram is just as a reference. We're not going to match it exactly. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to create a bar with a hole, and these bars are curved, as you can see in the diagram. Okay. All right, so with the background image there, and with my 3D cursor roughly in the middle of this bar, I am going to bring in a circle to do this, because these bars here are curved. So I'm going to go Shift A, Mesh, Circle. I'm going to switch this to 12, I think, vertices, and I'm going to rotate X90, and then I'm going to look from the front. But because I've rotated it, I'm going to go Control A and apply the rotation. Go into Edit Mode, and box or border, select these bottom vertices and delete. A to select the rest, but I'm going to move my pivot to the 3D cursor. So it's right there. And I'm going to SZ, and the scale is going to pull it down like that. 7 to look in top view, and I'm going to go SX, and I'm going to pull it in so that these outermost orange or yellow dots are pretty much lined up. I can come out of that and go to 3D, or median point. What am I saying? 3D. I'm going to hit E to extrude, and I'm going to pull this up in the Y direction to about there. And everything is looking good so far. Okay, let's go back into 1 and just have a look at the curvature. I might select it again, put my 3D cursor down there, scale in the Z just a little bit less curved. All right, good enough. Okay, I'm in wireframe now, and I'm going to go Control R and put an edge loop in and pull it up to that end of the circle, and another one there at that end of the circle, and then right in the middle, Control R, just like that. I think I'll get out of that, go back to median point. Okay, so now I have this region right here, and what I'm going to do now is I am going to select this point, Shift S, cursor to select it, to bring the 3D cursor right there. I'm going to bring in another circle, Shift A, circle, but I want to make this one 8 vertices, and scale it until it fits in that box. Right around that circle, we can zoom in and get it nice and large. And the reason I'm going with 8 is because 8 vertices here will match the 8 vertices of this box region. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the knife tool. I'm not going to join this. I'm going to actually trace over it with the knife tool. So I'm going to go K, and I'm going to click on this, and then this. And if it turns yellow, or orange, that's great. It's going to save me a bit of work. Right to there. It's going to have to be perfect. There. So I'm just clicking, adding points, and then come back, click, and enter or spacebar to complete it. Now, I've cut into my actual mesh, but this, Shift Alt and click that, that's the circle I brought in. I don't need that, so I'm going to go X vertices. And there's the one that I've cut into my mesh. I can come back into solid view and you can see I've cut the mesh there. So, I mean, if I was to select, you can see that. What I'm going to do though in vertex mode, view or mode, is I'm going to select that one, and I'm going to go J to join. Let's get rid of the that. These ones are already joined. This one and this one, J. Because they turned orange there, or yellow, was on the edge. So I guess I've got to do these ones, J. This one and this one, J. And that should be it. Okay, now I'm going to delete these interfaces, select them and go X, faces. And then I'm going to select this point and this point, and I want to pull it out so it's like a circle. So I'll turn this back on so we can see. So I'm going to pull out in the Y. I'm going to go SY. I'm going to pull this out so that it's sort of following the contours of this. I want to do the same thing with this point, but I don't want to just pull it out because there's a curve there. So I'm going to use edge slide. I'm going to hit GG, and I'm going to pull out along there until I think it looks good. And it doesn't have to be equal exactly. GG, and I'll pull out on this one as well. And that's it. Okay, I can go back into object mode and you can see what I got there. All right, but I'm not quite done. I'm going to add an edge loop down on this end. This is not the end that I'm going to be mirroring, but I'll be putting a subdivision surface, and I know I'm going to need that. I'm going to hit A to select everything, and I want to give this some thickness. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to hit E to extrude, and then I'm going to go Alt S, and I'm going to pull down. I can hold Shift if I want to move slower, so I want to give it some thickness. So I'll go to about there. I'm going to go back into face selection now, and I'm going to select these faces, and I'm going to delete them because this is where I'm going to be mirroring. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Go back to top view. I just deleted them right from here, and I'm going to be mirroring this down, and so I want those faces gone. And that is about it, actually. So I can go ahead and I can apply a mirror in the Y, not in the X. I'll put on clipping, and it's going to look like this. All right. All right, so far so good. Let's put on a subdivision surface now of 2 and smooth, and let's just see how she looks. All right, not too bad. Okay, let's go into top view now, and that one's already done and lined up, so I'm going to take it now, and I'm going to go Shift D and bring it over and line it up roughly. And then they get shorter and shorter as we go along, and the holes move a little bit as well. And again, my diagram's not perfect, so I'm going to go into edit mode and wireframe, and because I'm mirrored this, I don't have to do too much work. I'm going to box select those faces, and I'm going to pull them down to about there. And I'm going to box select this middle area that has the hole, and I'll pull it down a bit there, just like that. And that's all I need to do there. It does it the same on the other side, so that's good. Shift D, and that's all we're going to do. Just going to repeat this all the way down. Do that one. Deselect, box select these, pull them down a little bit. Basically what I want to do is I want these holes to be roughly in the middle of this white thing here, a little piece of wood that's underneath, so that a peg could attach to it. Shift D. I go into wireframe so that when I box select, I get all of the polygons. If I was in solid and I go like this, I get that, but I don't get the bottom ones when I want to move them, so that's why I'm doing that. All right. So just do it. It's very simple, fun to do. Now we can just stay in wireframe like that. Make it a little bit quicker. Shift D. Oh, a little bit too much. I think I got everything I needed. Couple more to go. GY. That one, Shift D, last one. There we go. then we'll have a look at it and see how she's looking. That's it. All right. There they are. Okay, cool. All right, let's make this. All right, very simple. I can go Shift C and move my 3D cursor right back to the middle. Shift A, and do with a plane. Pull it over, and go into wireframe, scale in the X. All right, this line hit before this one, so I'll just stop there. And where are we in? Do edge. Do that. Pull it up. Pull this one down. Okay, select it all. We need to give it some thickness. E to extrude. Pull up like that. Up to you how high. We'll need some room to put that other bar in. So we'll go there. Let's look from the side. And I can just go ahead and pull this down. Something like that. I'm going to need some bars that attach to that. We can work on that in a bit. So what I might do is just take this piece now, Shift D. I'm going to pull it down and we'll use it. We'll go into wireframe. Now let's go in edit mode as well. And we'll just scale this in the Y. We'll scale in the X. Look from the side. And should still be the same level, I hope. Okay, we'll start with that. And then I think to make these, I don't think it'll matter if I do it. I'll do it, I'll just bring in a plane, edit mode and wireframe, and I'm going to go into vertex selection. I'm going to take this vertex and just press G and just pull it down here, and this one, and I'll just go like this. And we'll roughly match up these lines. And the other one. Okay, I'll take these 2 points and I'll go SX0 to straighten them. And I can still manipulate this if I need to. I think it's all right. And these ones are straight already. So I'll just look and decide if I like that. What I need to do is I need to make sure that the holes are look like they're going to make contact with this, and I think it looks all right. So I'm just going to take this E to extrude. I'm going to pull it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be too thick like that. Let's go into solid view, and I'm just going to Control N just in case I went the wrong way. I don't think I did though. Let's find a nice place for this. You know, somewhere not halfway, but up closer to the top, like that maybe. And then what we'll do in top view is what I'll do is I'll select both of these, and I'll go Shift Shift S cursor to select it, to put the cursor sort of in the middle of those. So that's like the midpoint. And then I'll select this, and I'll mirror with respect to this object here. These didn't work. There we go. Okay, so I've got it. And then we'll look down, and we'll look in wireframe, and we'll look at the holes. Yeah, the holes look okay with respect to those. Okay, so that's fine. And then let's take all these guys here and move them up from the side, and just decide where they should be. Let's try that. Maybe they need to go a little higher, I'm not sure. Let's save that. We'll probably put a small bevel on this. I'm not sure though, because I'm going to put a wood texture. We'll try that, and then if I like that bevel, I'm not sure that I do. I'll do that for now. Then I can, and I want to apply it here, I can just select that one, and then this one, and go Control L, modifiers, and it'll do the same thing. And I'm going to do the same thing with these, that and that, Control L, modifiers. Geez, except, yeah, I got a mirror on this. I'm going to apply that mirror, and then I'll do that. I take the modifiers from here, and if I don't have the mirror, I lose the mirror on those, which is not what we want to do. Let's go in and add some ambient occlusion to this. Let's even do this just because we can. It looks a little bit better. Okay, so with that done, then what we need to do is make the pin. I'm going to select this, and the mirror's still on. That's fine, but I just want to grab Shift Alt and click there, and go Shift S, cursor to selected. Just so I bring my 3D cursor there. I'm going to hit the period key too to focus in on that. And I'm going to build, I'll use like a cylinder or something. Not worried about polys, but maybe I can go down to 22 or something like that. And we'll just scale it. I want it a little smaller than the hole itself. I'll bring it down and just make some kind of a cap for this thing. All right, so I'll put an edge loop in here, like maybe around there. And then what do we do? I don't know. I guess we'll take everything and we'll E, scale shift Z. We'll do that kind of thing. Maybe I'll bring this up. You can design anything you really want. May have to actually move it a bit up and bevel. Maybe I'll bevel this one too. And even this one. I will probably put a subdivision surface, so I don't know, something like that. Here, let's bring it up and just lengthen it a bit. Maybe even get rid of that bottom face. Let's get rid of that bottom face right now. Select that edge, pull it down. Something like this. Have it stick up. Well, maybe that's too much. Do it like that. Put subdivision surface on it. 2. And smooth. And have sort of just an interesting shape to it. Okay? And then with that done, I'm just going to go in the top view and Shift D and G and drag it over. I could do this in wireframe so I get a better idea. It doesn't have to be perfectly aligned with the hole. It's kind of cool when it's a little bit off. Okay, just like that. And then these ones. Then we'll have a look. We may adjust a few of them if need be. That one was probably off a bit. No, I guess I got it. All right, let's have a look at that. There we go. Here's our xylophone model. Okay, so with that done, we can take the whole thing, I suppose, move it up just up to about the x-axis, and I'll go Shift C to bring the 3D cursor back there. That's fine. Shift A, add a plane, and we'll go S10 and move it over. So you have a bit of a ground. Let's get out of that matte cap now. And just for this one, add like a default material. I like to start with gray. And we're going to add some materials to these. So let's put a camera in here. All right. Let's get a camera going. I'm going to hit N and come up to lock camera to view, N to close that, 0 to look through, and I'll just turn my scene around, hit the home button to maximize. I'll do it from around there. I'll scale that up bigger. Oh, I guess I already had a camera in there. I forgot about that. I forgot I kept the camera. Where is that? Yeah, and the light. Let's bring the light back. Let's move it back to the first layer. All right, my camera's still there. Let's move that. There we go, finally. Okay. I just want this, where is it? This as a sun. Use nodes, maybe, I don't know, 4. And I'll bring it over here and rotate it. Make sure we got some light going on there. And we do. Maybe 3. I may also do an environment lighting. So choose the world there, and under the color here, choose environment texture, and then open and find an HDR image. HDR texture, I'll just try that one. And it's already in there, so and it'll end up being too bright. You can adjust that, or the sun, make that half. Where's my sun? There it is. Make that 2. Let's just see what that looks like. Well, it's going to be bright with this material anyhow. So, all right, let's go. All right, so I'm going to. What should we do first? That's not what I wanted to do. I want to split my screen this way. T and T. Come over to the node editor. And to close that, let's select that there and hit new. But I'll replace this Shift A shader principal to BSDF, and connect that to there. And this one is going to be, it's red, right? Yeah, red. And I'm going to make the metallic, like, I'll try 0.2 and roughness 0.3. We'll just try that, and we can switch over, Shift Z. Let's get out of that and see. All right, so we'll go with that for the time being. And then I'll select, let's get out of there. Select the next one. Let's do this. I'll think about it, see if it did something stupid. What color we want here? We want orange. All right, so just find yourself some kind of orange that you like. 0.2, roughness 0.3. Check it. Yep. Okay, and then what I'm going for, yellow. I like that. My daughter would like that. Therefore, I like that. All right, let's check it out. Cute. Okay. That's good for now. For now. All right, let's do this stuff. So I'm going to go into edit mode, and it's just really easy to UV map. I'm just going to select it all and go Control E, mark seams. I'm just going to mark all the seams that I need. And I'm going to go U, unwrap. I'm going to switch over to the UV image editor, and there it is. And I'm going to open up some wood texture. Where are my textures in here? I don't have too many great wood ones. And so I use this one, but there's a little bit of a glow on there. So I'm just going to do it anyhow, so it's similar. So it's probably not the greatest one, but You know, we can switch over here to texture or material, whatever. We don't see it yet because we still have to go to the node editor and do a material for it. And there's different ways of doing this. Why don't we, for the moment, just attach it like this, and it's in memory, so I'll just get that wood, and then you'll be able to see it on there. Okay, and so you'll get that, and I mean that looks okay. I don't know about those lines. We can move some around, but I'm not sure about that end. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the UV image editor, and back into edit mode, and I'm going to select that face, and you can see the two lines there. I can hit G and I can move this to another position if I think I like that better. I'm not sure about that knot there though, but it's not that much of a big deal. Well, it depends how serious you are about it. You know, if I go somewhere else, oh, you know, maybe I like it there. That's all right. Okay, well, what I'll do though is I'll select that end, and I think I'll rotate 90 and move it. What if I go there? Does that look like a more reasonable end? And do the same on this one. Yeah, that looks all right. Maybe I'm not sure about that. It's just, you know, it's just the wood that I'm using. I'm gonna get the line somewhere anyhow. Nah, I don't think that. It's worse now. Okay, that's all right. That looks okay. And I'll just do the same here with this one. I'll select it all, and I'll go Control E, mark seams, U, unwrap. And I think over here, I'll just choose that wood material if I can find it. I should have named it. That's not it. Where is it? All right, let's come back here. Material 10, wood. Oh, that's why it was just underneath, was it? Oh, there it is. I'm going to hit the plus just in case and move some of these around. Okay, that looks all right. I'm going to do the same with these. Let's see what happens if I just click on the wood material here. Well, let's select them and go Control E, mark seam, unwrap. Let's see if I can just get away with it, because they're underneath, just with doing it like that. All right, I'm going to select them and go Shift H so that they're the only things that are seen. And I'll come in and I just want to have a look at this thing here. That's the only part that's really going to be visible. Maybe the side a little bit. I think it's probably going to be okay. And now those ends you're not going to see. I could delete them too, but let's go Alt-H to bring everything back. And let's come up to material. We get that so far. And then, all right. Node editor. Now, different ways to do what I want to do. Let's do this first. I kind of just want to have like a real simple thing here. Kind of a cream color and a bit of glossy. Not too glossy though. And just use that. Just want to make sure that I got smoothing on that. Let's get out of here for now. Okay. And I should be able to do this. Control L, materials, yes, so let's do it now. At last. Make sure we select one. Control L, materials, there we go. It's a fast way of doing it for sure. Let's just have a look at that. Okay. Alrighty. Well, now we need to just think about the bump and stuff, but let's have a look at our render of this. I'll bring it up to 80, and probably need more lights. I'll make it 150 because I'll put on denoising. All right, and I'll let that render through. We'll have a look and see what else we want to do. All right, here's our xylophone so far. Let's do some more work on this. I think what I would like to do is take this guy and go back into the node editor for that, and we'll come in, and I think I want this to be maybe 0.3. Go with something like that, and then let's go back to the wood here. And of course there's different ways of doing this, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to add a glossy shader here. Well, I'm not going to go nuts until we add a mix shader. Put that in and then drop it in there. All right. And we will, we're going to do some more work on that. Let's bring in the image texture again of the wood. We use non-color data. And if I just drop it up here, it gets quite, you know, this is the lazy man's way of doing this. All right. But what we'll do is we'll drop this back here like this. Let's get a little bit of shine there. And I'll bring in a math. Where's math? There it is. A math node here. I'll set it to power. drop that in here, and I'll drop this down to like 0.1 or 0.2 maybe. So we get a little bit of that stuff in there. And let's close that up. And that's wood, so let's just switch this over to the wood material and these guys over to the wood material. Okay, let's have a look through the camera, Shift Z. Okay. I'm not sure about this texturing. I was just doing it quick and having some fun. All right, so I'll go ahead and I'll render it again and we'll have a look and then we'll call it a day. Here she is, our little xylophone. I just changed some of the metallic settings. I brought the metallic up and the roughness down a little bit. And that's it. So, oh yeah, that's a cute little thing. Just make sure you're using a better wood texture than me. Spend a bit more time with that. But yeah, that was simple and fun. Thanks for watching.